Step I was looking at. No, everyone's conscious. I think that's what you got. All conscious. No. Title should be Autopilot Consciousness. Hold on. Did I spell that right? Consciousness. Did I spell that right? I don't spell well. I don't really care. People want me to care. I don't care. I have to try. I'm going to try harder. We don't need any more trouble. No, actually, probably not. I don't know. I have to figure out this myself. Good morning. I want to talk about, I already forgot what the title is. Consciousness. Autopilot consciousness. Well, who was I listening to? Who was this? Posted on my page. Oh man, deep brothers studying consciousness, quantum physics. What is his name? What's your name? Good morning, people. Hang on, let's see. Share that out to that page. Share it out to this page and this page. Everything is connected. We are all connected. We are all conscious. Some of us are just on autopilot, and that's a problem. Dean Radin, PhD. Anybody know of him? Fantastic. I was at one of his talks this morning. My goodness, fantastic. Between him and Gaia last night, I don't even know what to do with myself. What is going on with Gaia? How the hell do they have so much interesting content and all the other channels are useless in everything? Gaia is amazing. Oh my goodness, the level of information they're pumping out, which makes me think they're a part of the deep state. I don't know, I don't trust anything. I think they might be a part of this whole disclosure thing, slowly releasing, like spoon feeding us reality, because we're like they just did so well at keeping us stupid. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hang on, let me get this. Oh, I gotta post something. Dang it. There's so much stuff I didn't post. I told you, I post half the stuff that comes to mind. Oh Lord, it goes both. Every day, he didn't stop with me. Boy, don't quit. Let me see. Oh yeah, because I was thinking about like old sayings. A lot of times, oh look at that, YouTube's alive. Brother Hunter's over there. Conscience. Explain the difference to me, Hunter. What's the difference between conscience and conscious? Like, how did the two fit together? What's the relationship? While I post this. Let me see. The whole saying is that old saying, there's nothing new under the sun? There's nothing new under the sun, and I kind of think that maybe it's nothing new under anybody's sun. That takes me back to a Reagan speech where he tried to warn all the silly monkeys that he thought that if possible, that if there are other species out there, we might want to focus on that. There's nothing new under the sun. There is nothing new under their sun. There's nothing new under our sun. We're just constantly rediscovering things. But some of us were really unlucky enough to be on a planet that keeps doing pole shifts and resets and little gassy and farts and water and floods. And so we keep restarting while everybody else is going ahead. Like, you ever play in a video game competition where like you're playing and you're getting good at your skills, and then you, I guess, die or mom unplugs it because you didn't clean your room. You gotta go upstairs, clean your room, come back down, you dust, vacuum, whatever, come back, you wanna start playing again, but your friends are ahead of you. That might be us. If there's nothing new under the sun, and we just happen to be in a race with other species on other planets, nothing new under their sun too, but they seem to have much of a head start. And if they get a head start, maybe they would decide that it's a good idea to keep us monkeys on the planet under our sun, and maybe send an asteroid or two, help reset this thing. Maybe they might want to send some gods, to us. I don't know. I gotta be careful. Let me get off of that because y'all gonna take me down alien land. I don't want to go there today. Yeah, so what I'm saying, yeah. Let me see. If there's nothing new, let me check my grammar because I just put it's, not if, and I know they're gonna be right at damn grammar Nazis. Here they come. Here they come with the King's English. You need to speak the King's English. I hate the King. Damn it, and the Queen too. I just don't care nothing about the Chelsea Clintons and your leaders. Let me see. If there's nothing new under our sun, then nothing's new under infinite suns. Humanity may want to consider the bigger picture. Okay, boom. There we go. Let me do it. Post that. Bang. All right, get people arguing, fussing, and fighting. Half the time, I just throw grenades in the room and walk away. It's kind of fun. It actually is kind of fun. You should try sometime. Just throw a grenade in the room and walk away. Good morning, everybody. All right, we have the comments over here. Let me see. I shared it out public, and oh, it looks like YouTube is actually working today. Or maybe they, the deep state's letting me go. I ain't no deep state. There probably ain't no deep state. They don't care less what I got to say. There are people flying in space. They got consciousness. They figured out schizophrenia is actually just consciousness on autopilot. They're just people who are a little more conscious than what we are. I don't think that these people are ill. I don't. I think that they're in tune with things that we're not. I was listening to the PhD Dean, what's his name? Dean, what's a who? I posted it. You can go look it up. And what he said something that was real deep. Oh, now I'm gonna take you something. But he said something that was deep. And I'm gonna mess it up, so don't even try to quote. That's why when I do my quotes, I say ish behind everything. Bob Marley ish, Peter Tosh ish, something ish, because I get the quotes wrong and I don't really care. Like, the meaning is most important. That's why I don't care about your grammar and I don't care about your spelling, because it's all about communication. I'm trying to communicate. We got this stupid language that, you know, is slower than consciousness. You got Aborigines say we've been using consciousness to communicate. We've been texting people for thousands of years. You know, I'd left home and I was going out, you know, and got my spear, go out, you know, go get some food, go walk about. And I forgot, dang it, the kids, did they dust I'm sorry, y'all get mad at this one. Did they dust the rocks? And you're like, and Mama be like, dust the rocks, damn it. All right, people get upset. That sounded kind of like that racist bastard. What's that brown racist bastard name? Talk about the Aborigine women all the damn time. You don't like him. What's his name? I can't watch him anymore. The Daily Show or something like, what's that called? I can't watch him. I don't know. Anytime you yelling at the sisters, I got a problem. Yeah, I don't like racist comments, like real racist comments. He thinks the Aboriginal women ain't pretty. But anyways, he'd be like, clean the rock. We all came from rocks, y'all. We all came from mud, rocks, huts, all of that stuff, you know. So, and Aborigine women are beautiful. They're beautiful. All women are beautiful. All women are beautiful. All men are beautiful too. I just have trouble seeing the beauty. My brain doesn't work that way. Yeah, Trevor Noah, that's who it is. Hunter. Yeah, Trevor Noah. I don't love how y'all just let him get away with that. He just got away with it. Boy, I tell you, don't let somebody with some light skin say something racist. Well, you had a job and everything. They can't eat chicken no more. Can't go to KFC because they can't wear anything black on their face anyway because y'all upset at them. All right, anyway, good morning. Yeah. Everybody's conscious. Everybody is conscious. Everybody's conscious. Be very aware of who you spend time with the most. You know, 'cause remember that old saying? Not a saying with, but we used to say things to the effect of, you become the people you spend the most time with. It's very true. Very true. Human beings are manifestation engines. Baby, you need to think about what the people around you manifested. This is why I'm a hermit. Actually, that's not why I'm a hermit, but I can lie sometimes. It feels good, sounds right. I became a hermit. Divorce made me a hermit. That's I got sick of it. I was like, all right, I'm done. I didn't try this and gave it a shot. You're supposed to give everything a shot in your life. I didn't gave it a shot, realized I ain't no good at this. This ain't like this working with the human things. I ain't really good at it. Like I don't believe in saying it's other people. The problem is always me. I know it's me. Every single day, I know it's me, because I don't fit in this world. I was born at the wrong damn time. I probably was born on the wrong planet and in the wrong timeline. I just believe in love people, take care of people, and consciousness, and you know, I believe in that stuff. I'm just in the wrong time. I don't want to get together with somebody and struggle to fight other people, fight other marriages, and fight other houses, get bigger houses, faster cars, and I'm not into that. You know, where married people do that, they always want to compare with everybody else got. That's just bad. So I'm like this, I don't know what the hell, but it's me. The problem is me. I know, because I don't fit in. I'm trying to control my consciousness. I'm trying to control my conscious. Everybody's conscious. Everything's connected. It's just some of us are driving and others are letting the TV drive. I don't think that's a good idea. The TV's owned by billionaires. The TV and the billionaires and corporations and government. I don't think they have your best interest or the best interest of the human race in mind. I don't think you should let them drive your consciousness. I think it's a bad idea. Everybody's conscious, and if you're on autopilot, you're affecting your friends, they're affecting you. And if you really got somebody who's like really got some conscious capability, they're probably schizophrenic, and they don't know how to control it. They're schizophrenic. They put them in them hospitals, they're in the prisons and stuff, or the MK Ultra come grab them or something, and they try to use them to, I don't know, invade somebody else, do something else. All right, anyway, we're gonna start. This is where I want to start. I was minding my business. Is that time? I was minding my business the other day, driving home. I was looking for a Ty video because usually I get on the road, start going, Ty, post a video. So I try not to crash the car and listen and stuff like that. And Ty didn't do nothing yesterday because he's useless. I'm sorry. You gotta get more. You gotta get more regular. And I ran into a Gaia video. Blew my mind. But it always blow my mind. Always blow my mind. TV is useless. I haven't even turned the TV on in I don't know how long. Like I got 2 TVs in the house and they just sit there and they hold the dresses from floating away while I'm doing my conscious experiments and my meditation. They're just there to collect dust and they're like kind of wallpaper. They just hide the wall kind of. But Gaia is fascinating. Oh, it's fascinating. I'm gonna have to get me a subscription. I think y'all have converted me. They talk about real things. Real things. I know I see your comments, somebody talking about racism. I'm gonna get it. I don't talk about that. That's stupid. That's dumb. I think racism is dumb. I think but not from the bad racism perspective. Like I don't think just the bad racist people are dumb. I think the good racist people I think all of them. I think it's silly at a conceptual principle level. Racists don't exist. Dummy, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into it. I think it's entertaining. I watch people argue over what race God is. And like I said, I'm an observer. So anyway, Gaia, I was into Gaia before both finally get on me. I'm gonna try and stay on one damn topic. I was watching Gaia. Oh, I'm gonna show it to you. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show it to you. That's what I'm gonna do. I run my mouth. I'm so sick of running my mouth. No, I ain't. I know. I love it. I love this thing. I love learning. I love not being on nobody's team, run my mouth, people start yelling, fussing, fighting, arguing, and But people don't argue with me anymore. I don't know why. I don't know why people don't argue with me. I don't get into y'all's arguments. I think they realize that I check out. Maybe it's just I don't really care. I don't care. I'm just there to probe your mind because listen, I love y'all. Y'all some intelligent people. I love you to death, but you're stinking. You're 98% monkeys. You spend too much time. You're 98% monkey genes. But the 2%, I want to know. I love that 2%, whatever that's not monkey DNA. That's some powerful stuff. You won't never know that unless you pay attention to what people say. Everybody got something important to say. Everybody knows something you don't. So don't be a bastard and say dumb stuff so you can't find out what that is. So I start a conversation, try to get what I need from the conversation. Then the emotions come in and I check out. I don't know what it is. It's a checkout. I got to check out. So I get the grocery store, you get enough of your GMOs and your pesticided food and your chemicals and all that crap. It's oh damn, it's time to check out. Cause how you're shopping? I don't know what this is turning into. You're supposed to go to Gaia. We'll get there in a minute. And you shop and you start seeing people going to the line oh damn, let me get one more aisle. Let me get some more poison. Let me get one more aisle and get some, oh dang, about 4 people in line. Oh hell no. Because everybody's thinking I think conscious, everybody connects and they want to go to the line. And so you heard nope, time to check out. I'm the same way in the comment section. I get what I need to know. The emotions kick in. Somebody mother this and mother that and kids this and crazy this and racist that. And I'm all right, I'm done. Check this out. Oh, I don't want to go to Chandra. I started at Gaia. Check this out. I love deep thoughts. I want to know what's real. I'm convinced that none of this is real. Your television, none of it's real. I think that's step one in trying to take control of your consciousness and processing if you want to be a hermit like me, or if you want to limit the influence of the other powerful God creatures around you, right? Because it's nothing more dangerous than God like Jesus, greater than I do, those creatures will do things, than to give all of that power to 98% monkey friends. 98% monkey friends that just fighting over bananas and they believe in all of this is real. Because if they believe all of this is real on television and they're constantly manifesting that, and we are manifestation engines. So if you're around people who believe in all of this nonsense and that's who you spend time with the most, I don't want to say go get your divorce or nothing, but I'm just boyfriend, girlfriend. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you spend most time with people who believe this nonsense is real, it's going to be part real for you. If you believe spending time with people, manifestation monkeys with godlike powers, and they like bananas and sniffing booty cheeks, find out what the other monkeys ate and where the food is at, you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna have a lot more conflict in your life than you need, right? That's why I'm a little bit of a filtering person. I love everybody, but let's kind of keep people at a nice, comfortable let's keep people at a comfortable distance. Check this out. The Chandra satellites, what I want to talk about. Let this brother, who is this? I don't know his name. Check him out real quick. This started my mind, and the thought process kind of blew me away yesterday. Nope, not that one. Not that. Right here. Boom! Consciousness. Check this out.
We now know that when we look into the universe, for example, that the stars that we're seeing that appear to be separate from one another aren't really separate at all. In this image that you're seeing, this is from the Hubble Space Telescope.
Hang on. That's where all the other monkeys are. Reptiles and praying mantis. All right,
it is an optical telescope. It looks at the universe much the way you and I would look through our eyes. And when it sees the stars and the galaxies, it sees them as separate from one another optically.
So when you look at humans and you go to the grocery store, they all look separate. They're all walking separately. When you see Yemen, they look separate. When you see the Congo, they look separate. When you see the Democrats and Republicans, they all look separate. But they're all connected, like the planets.
I'm going to share with you another image from another telescope. The image that you're seeing right now is from the Chandra Space Telescope. It is not an optical telescope. It senses energy. We're looking at the same place in space, but look how different this looks. All of a sudden, those stars and galaxies, they're no longer separate from one another. They're all connected. And one of the things I find really fascinating about this connection is that we have a sense that it's almost like a net or a web. Interestingly enough, our indigenous ancestors have always told us that we live in the web of creation, in the Hopi tradition, for example.
All connected, all connected, all connected. And he thinks it's fascinating. Don't nothing scare me more on this planet. Don't nothing scare me more on this daggone planet than I'm connected to all the monkeys. Yeah, you're connected to all the monkeys. And the ones you spend the time with the most, the ones you're connected to the most. Scary, but yet fascinating. Scarily fascinating, terrifyingly something. Not delicious. Look at this. So it's like a membrane. Everything's electromagnetic. Everything is a wave. You are a wave. Not the monkey part. The 2% that create the consciousness, whatever that part is. I can't explain, I'm not gonna say it, but you're all connected. You know how my friends say, all my hippie friends say it all the time? We're all connected. There's nothing you can do that can't affect it. And the universe is expanding, right? The planets and the solar systems and everything's flying further away from each other. But they got that membrane of electromagnetivity. All the planets are connected. All the suns are connected. All the people are connected. You're connected to the plants and the rocks and everything because everything's a wave. Nothing should be more terrifying. I know, you're connected to everybody's on the toilet right now. I mean, you're connected to everything, right? The studies into the heart, like I forgot which scientist I was listening to. They were talking about there's a field around your heart. And the further they get from your heart, the more they connect that, they still detect that field. So your heart's not in here. But I think the current technology, one I was talking about, they said they connected, they established this field that comes from your heart, goes out like 8 feet. 8 feet. Why y'all shouldn't be sharing your beds with everybody. See, the pastor was right about that. The pastor wasn't right about much else. But damn it, the pastor was right about that. You need to be very careful. But it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. And the pastor done had kids with the deaconesses and stuff. Got a whole choir full of stepkids. It's not funny. It's not funny. But you know, a lot of people don't believe what they preach. But that's another discussion. But the fascinating thing he said is beyond 8 feet, he said that's all we can manage to track with the current technology. That odds are your heart has a field that's infinite, that it literally is out there connecting to everything. Everything is connected. Everything. The people who you are connected to most, who are the people you're connected to most? Which monkeys? The ones that you love the most? Is that what it is? The heart thinks about love and if you feel good, like being around the person? No, it is not. We talked about this a couple months ago. Consciences don't give two damns, all right? Doesn't care if you love them, hate them, they love you, hate you. You are connected most to the people you think about most. Thus, negative thought, Now some of y'all like that drama. You like to think about people, you all angry, cuss them out. You know, now people you meet, people they always want to talk something negative. You meet them like, well, Henrietta this and that, her mama this, and the kids, they all behave themselves, and they this. I don't know what's wrong with her. Hell, yeah, my ex this. Like, you ever meet somebody and they can't stop talking about their ex? How horrible their ex is. Just see, your conscience doesn't care. Doesn't care. Wave energy couldn't give two damns whether you feel good about somebody or bad about somebody. You are most connected to the people you talk about and think about the most. This is why you got to be careful with negative people and negative energy. Very careful. You better think about it. See, this stuff we can't understand. So don't come here, people say, oh, come on and teach. I'm not teaching a damn thing. I'm teaching where the poo at. That's what I'm teaching. Here's look, it's some poo right there. I stepped in it, and I don't think you should step in it. I think I spent 20 years cleaning that mess off of my shoe. I don't think you should step in that poo. That's what I don't know what this is, but I know it's something that's important. I know that we should have stopped following the mainstream media when we start watching this. Now listen to what this brother says about Chandra.
Important discoveries in astronomy and astrophysics was the discovery of dark energy, and that is that the universe is accelerating apart. What people are trying to do using various different techniques, and again in all the different wavelength bands, is to measure the parameters to characterize the dark energy. Chandra and X-ray astronomy is playing an important role in these measurements. Well, the universe evolves differently. It's not the universe we're in without it. I think that's most important. And secondly, if we're ever going to try to understand cosmology, that is the growth and evolution of the universe, these are important constraints, boundary conditions, that have to be satisfied by any model that you may have.
I usually make the mistake of saying dark energy didn't exist at the time that we designed Chandra. Well, of course it's existed. We didn't know of the existence of dark energy when we designed.
You didn't know. You don't know what you don't know. And who was that famous war criminal hero honor man that y'all gonna honor when he dies? I don't know if he died yet. Did he die? He said there are known unknowns. No. There are unknowns. There are unknown unknowns, and there are unknown things that you don't know. He liked to kill people, I think. That was that man. But he said that. There's a whole lot we don't know. But what we do know is everything is connected. What we do know is human conflict is a bad idea. What we do know, our resources are infinite. What we do know is we're connected to whatever we think about the most. What we do know is when you bring negative people in your life, they bring negativity. What we do know, you will become your friends. What we do know, you will become the music you listen to the most. What we do know, you'll become the sitcoms you watch the most. What we do know is your kids are gonna become it too. That's what we know. We do know that. That is not an unknown. No. That is a known. We are manifestation engines, and the people you spend the most time with, the television stations you watch the most. This is why it's scary to me. This is why it's terrifying. This is why I spend a lot of time by myself. I go to the movies, and sometimes I fall asleep in the movies. They wake me up. But consciousness. We're all conscious. We talk about the word a lot. Everybody is conscious. And just because you think about this stuff a lot doesn't mean that you are the most powerful creature. Doesn't mean that you are manifesting the most. It just means that you're aware that there's something there. A lot of your friends aren't aware. They don't care. That kind of right. But they watch Fox News. They watch CNN. They're in the monkey fuggles. And they will pull you into it because they're manifestation engines. They might be powerful. And so the scary thing is if your conscious mind is not controlling your subconscious, if they're not in sync, that person can drag you through all your friends. They can drag you through all kinds of things you don't want to be. You don't want to be. Beware of autopilot consciousness. And to a degree, I think we all are. I know we all are. Right? We don't control our subconscious. It doesn't care what you want it to do and what you don't want it to do. It takes in data from everybody that's just pumping stuff in. And so that was that's kind of the craziness that my head is in this morning. Between Gaia and the Chandra satellite and the fact that they put that up in the atmosphere in 2010. And they've known this for a while. But I think they put it up there because they already knew. And this is like, again, the slowly releasing to us that everything is connected. There's no such thing as you not being connected to Alpha Centauri 5. You are connected to every damn creature that's on it right now, which means that they're connected to you. But we have no idea what they want. We have no idea if they're a little more evolved than what we are. We need to work together. That's it. Everything's connected. I know you think you can beat the Democrats, and I know you think you can beat out the Republicans, but you are them. And the worse you are, the worse they will be. Because that's how it works. Everything's connected. Let me see. Deep thoughts, G. Well, Hillary, I think everything is deep. I think life is deep. I think that there's just so much we don't know, and we should prioritize focusing on those things that we don't know. I think that we all survive and thrive together. No, we either survive together and die together, or we thrive together. And something has convinced us that we're all apart, that we're all these individual human beings and these individual hearts and brains. We got these individual lives. Like, I think this whole independence idea is fake news. I think it's bull. I think they did that. They divided everybody up into be individuals so they can go off and fight everybody for money and jobs and grades. But you're all connected. The harder you fight them, the harder they fight back. That's why I like the walkaway movement. That's why I like become ungovernable, become unindividualizable. Right? You're an individual, but you're a part of a whole. And the worse you are, the worse everybody else is going to be. The more dramatic you are, the more dramatic the more negative you are, the more negative everybody else is going to be. So I'm talking about racism? Racism is like a Monopoly game. Seems exciting at first, but after 2 hours, you're like, this game is pointless. I don't want to play anymore. Right, see, that's why I like it. We can talk about truthful things. Racism is a waste of time, it's a waste of time, it's a waste of time, it's a waste of time. Because in order to fight the racist people, you got to be racist yourself. That's how you fight. It's the only way to fight. It's a game. It's a use. It's a waste of time. Besides, we are not this. Whatever this is, we're not this. We're not this. That is not your skin. That is not your hair. I know it's going to sound dangerous like an Obama quote, and I'm scared to hell that he said, remember that business? You didn't do that. Y'all remember that quote? How that quote go? Your job, you didn't do that. You know, I think he was trying to say the government did it, but, but the point, it was a solid point. It's a solid point. We all survive by each other. Now, of course, the king said, because they want you to give them everything, so they can determine what you silly monkeys get, you serfs and peasants. But the thought is right. Everything's connected, and we all survive together, or we all die together. But at the core concept, like, it's not about race. People get upset and then these race fuggles. It's not about that. Think about the core concept of division. It's always about division. Somebody, something, some creature, some alien, some spirit, some god, some religion, something is always trying to separate everybody. Separate groups to keep them in fighting each other so they can expand in consciousness, so that they can use the collective resources of the foolish people fighting each other, struggling against each other. I did it my whole life. I made the whole planet work my whole life. I was Christian and black and American, and I did my whole life. I struggled against y'all my whole life. And finally I realized, damn, like, I'm doing exactly what the Matrix wants me to do. I'm doing exactly what I was born to do. And I wish I could say I was smart enough to walk away from it, and I was that intelligent, and I wasn't. It just happened to be a divorce. I'm back to my divorce. It just happened to be that. And I was just like, because I went through the thing, and the good thing is I did it when I was in my 20s and mid-20s, late 20s, something like that. And I would go out to the club, and I'd like look around like, yeah, this is not what the club used to be. And I don't know what y'all getting drunk and that, y'all doing this and that, and y'all got this, and oh, yeah. I'm not this person. I'm not this person. And then it led me to spend a lot of time by myself because my friends were nuts. And the people in clubs would say, not you. I know you go to the club and you're upstanding, you got morals and ethics, you're raising your children, you don't go to church drunk in the morning. I know. I'm saying everybody else at the club. It's just that mind, that's not where I'm going, right? And so I spent a lot of time by myself. And I think that was it. When I started spending time by myself, I was forced to discover myself, right? I was forced to discover from a 30,000 foot level the ignorance, the trifling, the ridiculous nature of a lot of other people. And I was a lot of other people, right? The things that I did, right? When you stand outside yourself and you look at the ridiculousness of things that you used to do, you evolve. You know, you sometimes have to step back in life. And sometimes you do got to spend time by yourself. Sometimes you do. Otherwise, you'll never discover yourself. People love you, but everybody are you sitting next to somebody love you right now? They love you, but they're trying to control you. They're trying to control you because they're on autopilot like everybody else. I know they won't tell you that they're trying to put some chains on you, but they are. Subconsciously, they are. They're on autopilot, right? They want you to be a better you than you. They want you to be the best you can be for them, all right? And not negatively, but positively because they love you. And I just think sometimes you do got to spend time to yourself. You got to think about who you are, what you want, where are you going, what is your self? Because they aren't even their self most of the time. They're in an indoctrinated self. And this is how you got to get off. This is how you get off of autopilot. Is you have to spend more time in yourself and less time with people who are completely on autopilot because they believe the 98% monkey bursuit that they were born in. I think consciousness is the way, people. I think we need to spend more time in thought to ourselves, discovering ourselves in consciousness. That's what I think. What's going on, Hunter? Ty is terrible. That's why there's a couple people who agree with you, but you know, I saw that conversation. I didn't touch that. Oh no, I didn't touch that at all. I saw y'all going. That's why Ty and I can't live in the same city. We're trouble. Uh-oh, he focuses on the outfits and the performance. I know Ty, you know what, Hunter? You don't have to tell people that Ty is trouble. You don't have to. Everybody know Ty. Everybody, listen, Ty is that friend that you kind of, you keep him at the distance. But Ty tell you exactly how I feel. But you know what? I say very positively about Ty. Ty is Ty. Ty is Ty. You can't say anything else. Ty is Ty. Ty is Ty. I look down my list. Jasmine is Jasmine. Jasmine need to be the best Jasmine can be and be Jasmine. And Hunter need the best Hunter. Hunter can get out there and do some hunting and be Hunter. Don't be a tire. You be a tire, you're gonna be jacked up. You need to be yourself. Discover self. Sharon need to be the best Sharon can be. Not birth Sharon, but real Sharon. Real Sharon. Sharon ain't no Sharon need to share. Because Sharon don't share. All right. But you gotta let people be themselves. You gotta let people be them and love people for who they are and encourage them to be more of their self. If Ty, honey, am I doing like some kind of counseling for you? I don't know what I'm doing. But if Ty need to do performances, help Ty perform, right? Ty like outfits, help Ty. The first video, just not about Ty, but the first video I saw Ty was putting on clothes. And I'm gonna tell you what my indoctrination told me, Hunter, when I first watched his first video. All my indoctrination kicked in. I'm like, what the hell am I watching? But Ty has a lot to teach. Everybody has a lot to teach. But you got to encourage them to be more of their them than they're indoctrinated. Angela's talking about energy. Everything is energy. Everybody is energy. Everything is energy. Somebody said 5G towers, they're energy too. That needs to stop. That's a bad idea. Everything is energy. They're playing with things that we have no idea what they're up to. That's a bad idea. And the 5G tower in a school, yep, because it makes sense, right? If they wanted to indoctrinate the children through math, science, English, and indoctrination, Department of Education, then it makes sense that they would put a 5G tower in the school. It makes perfectly good sense. They're trying to control the next generation. They always have been since the beginning of time, kings and lords. And that's why Chelsea Clinton does not want to raise her children here. Wow, we have to stop exploring the rabbit hole. No, Christine, we need to go deeper in the rabbit hole, but you need to have your friends like got a hook on your ankles or something. I'll go down that YouTube rabbit hole, Christine, I get down that thing. Oh man, my friends sometimes pull me out. They need to, because sometimes I just get to going and this video turn into that, and the aliens are turning to rabbits, and it turn into praying mantis, and to be another dimension, then there's humans from the future, and then it's you need somebody to like, and this is what friends do. This is what friends are for. That's what friends are for. I don't remember how the song goes. grab your ankles and pull you out. Go down the rabbit hole, but then come back out. Go down and come back out. It's like reality and consciousness. Like, we know this reality is not real. You go down and come back out. You go down and come, and I think that jumping between being on the world, but not knowing you're not of the world, is very important. That's that ancient text that people won't read, that hate Christians because they think Christians own all the text. Read the text, makes sense. You are on the world, you're not of the world, right? I think that's where rabbit holes helps. You always got to keep diving down in rabbit holes and then come back. Dive down, come back. Like, go down, learn something, figure something out, create a question. Questions are more important than answers. If you can go down a rabbit hole and create a question, come back out. And that's what happens to me, Christine. When I go down these rabbit holes, I don't come out with an answer. I come out with the, damn, we dumber than I thought we were. But it's good. Questions are more important than answers. And I think as we evolve, we should have more questions than answers. The exact opposite of politicians and politics and leaders, because they got all the answers. That's what you want to avoid. People got all the answers. I love people that got the questions because they make you think and share that information. They recently discovered the magnetic bridges connecting galaxies. And this is my point. Exactly, Ivan. That's my point. Because I'm thinking about it like from a human level. We're all connected, and we're connected with the monkeys and the chickens and all of that stuff. And then we're connected, the planets interconnected. And I'm thinking solar system. I'm thinking, other suns. And now you're talking about how everything is connected. All the galaxies are connected. They all have strands of dark matter and energy that keep them locked into this membrane of whatever the hell this is. And somebody else jumps in and says, well, all the dimensions are connected too. What do you think a black hole is, right? What do you think, what is that? Like these psychic events, what are they? We know that it is real. People have the ability to do telekinesis. People have the ability to process the future and tap into that. Like, everything's connected. All these dimensions, time is all connected, right? The past and the present are all connected. The future, it's all connected. And you tap into that every now and then it's kind of like the whole rabbit hole jump in, jump out thing. And that's what I think that these deja vu type moments are for. I think that they're reminding us everything's connected. Everything. Nothing is disconnected. They're reminding us that you don't get too wrapped up in reality, because you really have no idea what reality is. You were born there, but you're not of there, right? And I know you think the Democrats and Republicans, I know that's a reality. It's not a, that's just your current level of infinite realities, maybe. I know the blacks and the whites are struggling. I know the Russians and the Americans are struggling, and we need all of these conflicts because all of these things are separate. And I don't think any of them are. I don't think any of them are. Influence, genie influence is dangerous. You want to be influenced by people who are in places you want to be. Look around at your friends, ask yourself, are they in the place that you want to be? Are they thinking about the things that you think are important? And if they're not, you need to encourage them, but you don't need to follow them. You need to really worry about, because everything's connected, and you're mostly, the strongest connection is with around those who are the closest to you. Like, we're connected to the praying mantises on Alpha Centauri 5, but that quantum entanglement, whatever that connection is, dark energy, whatever it is, consciousness, it's not as powerful, right? It's not as, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not as immediate. It's not as fine-tuned. It's not as clear. Like when I can't see the text, I gotta go like this. I can't see. It's not as clear. What's closest is clearer. A good example, my teacher was saying, because I got a lot of teachers. And of course, I keep throwing out Sad Guru out there. He was talking, I was listening to his lecture this morning. Lecture? Yeah. How many things you listen to? I don't have a life. I try to tell you that. I'm just trying to think, find questions. He said that meditation, like they asked him what meditation was. And he said, it's focus. Focus. You need to clear out your connections to other things, right? Because if you're not meditating, you're thinking about the kids, you're thinking about the husband and the wife and the boyfriend and the vacation and the job and the boss and the sister and this and that, and all of this distraction, right? It pulls you into that reality and keeps you there. And what meditation is pulling back into yourself, shutting down as many of those connections as you can, right? Turn the Wi-Fi off. Turn the Wi-Fi off to your friends and your mother and your kids and all of that nonsense. Stop it. And focusing on you. focusing on yourself and your center, and that's what you'll be connected with most, right? That's when you're understanding you're closest with your body, you're focused on what's important to you. And that's kind of an example. I don't know if that relates to dark energy and quantum entanglement and all that stuff, but like focus versus distraction, right? You know, your clearest picture is what you are focused on, which is why we live in a distractionary world. Everybody's trying to distract you. And it's not intentionally, it's subconsciously. That's autopilot. And I think what I might be processing here is we need to spend less time on autopilot, and we need to spend less time around things that are being autopiloted, people. That's what I think. Individuals just source. Individual is just the source experience itself. That's it, which is why people say, what, Ty, that we're just having an experience. You're always manifesting, either manifesting in ignorance or manifesting intentionally. Right, Tim, and that's another great point, which is you're always manifesting, everybody around you is manifesting. Do you want whatever they're manifesting to be manifested in you? That's what you need to think about. Right? These whole politicians and politics and leaders and how people out there changing and saving the world with politics. You might want to think about that. That's just one that I think about that because I'm an innovator, right? I don't like politics. I have no interest, but unfortunately, that's what's stopping us from innovating the world. They're the ones who are in the way, so that's where my mind tends to go. You know, so I don't spend much time in politics. I laugh at it more than anything else. Hey, I see my cousin's house in that galaxy. That's right, Citizen Deb, your cousins are out there and your cousins are in Yemen. You shouldn't be dropping bombs on them. BO full of BS. BO body odor is full of BS. Courtney, what are you talking about? Y'all talking about mushrooms again? Courtney, did you do mushrooms? By the way, y'all, nobody do mushrooms. I think I'm off the mushroom. I think I took that finally off my bucket list. I think that's done, that's finished. Done. I finally got some information. I was doing my research with some of my druggie friends. They said apparently you do mushrooms, you don't know where you are. You might do a shroom and you end up, I don't think it affects microdosing, but if you do too much, they said you can be pooping in the middle of the town square. You think you're in your bathroom and you're not. You think that you're reading the paper and you sitting in your own bathroom and you're not. You're in the middle of your school courtyard. Okay, I ain't never doing mushrooms. The other thing mushrooms make you do is they make you. This is research. These are my druggie friends. They posted it, and that when you do mushrooms, that you want people to pee in your eyes. Not doing mushrooms. Done with that. That's finished conversation. It's off the bucket list. I'm gonna keep microdosing on there. You don't have to worry about me eating no damn going to Colorado, that town, eating no damn mushroom. It ain't gonna happen. Not gonna happen. I need to see clearly, and you cannot see clearly with pee in your eyes, and you go to prison if you poop in the middle of your college courtyard. It's not gonna happen. Sorry, I didn't know that. I didn't know. I'm interested in psychedelics. I'm interested for the consciousness and the connections and all of that stuff. I'm not interested for the prison time and the citations. Not gonna happen. I need to be clear-minded. I need to be clear-minded when I talk to the police. I have to. I don't fit the description of somebody who could be confused when you're talking to the popo, right? It's just not gonna happen. So done with that. You can stop posting. All right, path to hell is paved with good intentions. Yes, it is, Ty. Everybody's trying to save the world. You can have all the good intentions you want. If you are forcing somebody else to do something, you are in the wrong. You're in the wrong. You don't force anybody to do anything. You don't go out and vote and try to get people to do things. You know what I saw this morning? I didn't see the Muppets. The Muppets were singing the vote song. Did y'all see the Muppets sing? Because learning software, it knows that I talk about voting and not voting a lot, so it tried to shame me into voting. I know I try to shame people I don't try to shame people not voting. I try to share with people my experiences and how voting didn't change a damn thing. I didn't vote my whole life. Everything's the prisons are filling up, the wars are still going, the bombs are still dropping, people are dying, they're still raping women, they're still abusing people all over. The voting didn't change anything. I tried it. I gave it a shot. I'm not giving no mushrooms a shot, but I gave that a shot. Let's look at the old. What's in the old this morning? Anybody see anything important that we need to talk about? Anything that's not going to drag us into more autopilot consciousness, with the rest of the monkeys out there struggling and fuggling against each other. Where is my screen at? Right here. Boom, let's take a look and see if there's anything important in the old. Love me some RT America, because they give the news from the other people they're trying to brainwash perspective. It's not fine-tuned at brainwashing me, it's fine-tuned at brainwashing Russians, and I'm only a Russian when my liberal friends are around. That's the only reason, that's the only time I'm a Russian. Why elections have stopped making a difference. Ooh, oh, that might be new. Somebody talking about not voting and no elections. Did they let something truth out there? Let's look at that. Yeah, look at that.
Meanwhile, tonight there are protests again in Latin America. But this time it's in a country that has actually shown some modest gains in terms of the standard of living compared to many of the other countries in South and Central America. In fact, some of the countries that I was just showing you that you see in that video moments ago that was brought to you by Medina Cochinova.
Uh-oh, it's too late now. Latin America's making advancements, and you said it on the public news, the CIA, if they're watching this, that's it. Just tell them what country it is. They're going to find some terrorism down there, and they're going to blow it up. They're going to find a reason to free the people, Operation Libertad, and go blow Venezuela up. That's how it works. You cannot let Americans know that it's a better form of living than the conflict and struggle and artificial scarcity and crony capitalism that they live and struggle under. That's been the whole point. The whole purpose of the CIA is to keep the monkeys in America swinging, eating bananas and fighting each other. And the only way that they're going to keep convincing people that this zoo enslavement life is a good idea and the best idea going is you indoctrinate them to think that that's the case, and you blow up any nation that's making any advancements, freeing people, giving them any sort of time to explore consciousness and think that there's a better way than being on the autopilot that they have everybody in.
We're talking about, in this case, Bolivia. It's where the president, Evo Morales, he won his election last night to stay in power, which is something that is not making the economic elites in his country or abroad happy, which may have something to do with the fact that there are protests and why his election, interestingly enough, is now being contested. Joining us is Patricio Zamorano. He is the co-director of the Council on Hemispheric Affairs. He follows the politics and the economics of countries around the world. There seems to be something going on right now around the world in countries that you would not usually see dysfunctions in. We expect dysfunctional situations in Guatemala, Honduras, maybe even some Caribbean countries. But we're talking about Chile. We're talking about France. We're talking about Barcelona. We're talking about countries not usually associated with poor, meek, tough conditions. What is going on? Can you explain this to us?
Sure. Well, I can talk to you a lot about what's going on in Latin America as well, because we also have Chile, we have Argentina, we have Ecuador, and we have social unrest. People need certain minimum social policies to protect themselves from the rules of the open market. And that's a lesson that we thought that we had learned in the 90s. And we again are dealing with the same issues like 30 years later. So it's a disconnection between governments and very strong and aggressive neoliberal policies disconnected from the reality of day-to-day people.
I don't know what your politics are, but as a journalist, I know that if you give too much power to the business community and take it all away from the government, you're going to have a dysfunctional system.
Sure.
If you give all the power to the government, I come from Cuba, sure, and give nothing to the business sector, you're also going to have a dysfunctional system. So it seems to me that what works is something in the middle, a mixed economic model.
And we have a very concrete sample, and it's going to be a surprise for you maybe. Bolivia. Bolivia is
No, I'm done. Tired. Sorry. There's the third option, Sanchez. It's not the only option. Stop it. Stop it. There's another party in that discussion. There's another party. It's not a political party, but there is another party in that discussion of who rules, right? It's not just corporations and government. That's why it's a little weird for me. It's a little weird for me that I watch this stuff, and I don't think anyone thinks about it at the core level, but there's also people. There's also people. There's government, which is a system of power, corporations, which is a system of greed and money, and there's people. They all got their interests in the things that they need and they thrive on, right? And they all got their priorities. There's government, which always wants power. It'll do anything it can to get to power. It is a system, right? It will ignore the needs of corporations and the needs of people for power. And then you got corporations. Money is what they want. It's a system. It has apathetic, indifferent needs for money. It will avoid the needs of a government or people to get more money. But we're not governments and we're not corporations. We are biological creatures called humans. We have a need of food, water, oxygen, peace. Right? And it's not an equal, it's not like a troika of decision. See, it's a troika when you don't have enough resources on your planet, right? It's a troika if you don't have enough good ideas. But there is no troika. There's no three equal party. There's a third called human sovereignty. There is a third called leave me the hell alone ism, right? It's called we're biological creatures and maybe we got to this place in evolution to realize we don't need to stay in this place in evolution. What is the purpose of government? What is the purpose of corporations? Money. Which one is important? I mean, in a greater sense, we talked about consciousness this morning. Which one is important? What's the priority for the human race? Now that we know power's caused as much problems as money has, they're both synced up, related, demonic in every single way. And then we got people. What's most important? Now that we have all the resources, and I'm not hating on government, not hating on corporations, they helped us to get here. But where do we go from here? Do we continue to argue about this balance? I said a good Obama quote, now I gotta say a bad one. We gotta find a balance between between security and freedom. No, we don't. All right, there's only freedom. There's no balance with security and freedom. The only reason you need security is because people are being starved through artificial scarcity into violent conflict, because you're not raising children through the Department of Education the way you should, because parents are working 2 and 3 jobs and not allowed to raise their kids, so become white nationalists and Crips and Bloods, and they become the warriors they're supposed to because you've starved them into conflict. There's no balance between security and freedom. You stop doing things to make people feel insecure and be raised in insecure environments and homes and communities that they got to do things to threaten other people's security because you don't value human life. That's what you do. So I'd say it's positive Obama quote, I gotta say a negative one. I'm not interested in anybody's control systems. You don't need to fight a side effect. That's all that is when they say there's a balance between security and freedom. They're just saying that we're not going to do the things that make your nation insecure because we make profit through corporations keeping your nation insecure. So I'm kind of done with this. I don't know. Y'all can watch the rest of it. I'll post a link. I watch things until I do want to kind of know what the monkeys are up to, but I don't need that in my consciousness. I don't need it in my consciousness. I don't need it repeating in my head like Big Babaloo, that gangster thug rap stuff y'all listen to. I don't need that in my head. I don't need there's 2 solutions, it's government and security, or government and corporations. I don't want that in my head. I don't want to repeat it. And music is another one. You're drilling that stuff in your head. You really want to think about where you're driving your future by the type of music you listen to. You really want to think about that. So yeah, I don't want to drive my head in that future. Like I got that both discussions is kind of a controlled opposition thing, and maybe Sanchez don't know. I don't know. But you got resource-based economy. You have the Venus Project Zeitgeist Group. There's so many amazing, wonderful things we can do that are based in biological creatures called humans that want to be free, and if you don't let them be free, they become violent monsters. Stacy, there you go, Stacy and our aliens. Aliens like music, yes they do, because we are the aliens, we like music, but I like positive music. I don't like negative music. Apparently it's supposed to be a certain megahertz. The Big Bang was the first vibration thing that started all of this, and we're vibration, music's vibration, so of course we like us, so we like music. Makes perfectly good sense, but music can control us because it's a wave and a vibration like we are. Let me see. I think shedding your fear of death is vital. Death used to be my biggest fear. Yeah, Megan, I think death doesn't exist. I don't think we go anywhere. I think energy is energy. It just changes form, changes dimension, jumps a body, whatever people want to call it. We don't go anywhere. And giving people a fear of death, which is exactly what corporations and government do, it's how they gain control. You're not supposed to have power over anything but yourself. And you barely have that because most of us are on autopilot from indoctrination anyway. How Putin reached the deal with Turkey, I don't really care, because Russia shouldn't exist. Putin shouldn't be a leader. Nobody should be led anywhere. No one should have any power. And Turkey is a violent situation. We should not be in war. But I will say this about the whole Turkey-Syria thing for y'all out there fuggling, whether or not we should keep a war going. We spilled the milk in another country because we're the moral elite and we screwed everything up, which is what we always do. Those of y'all who want us to stay, I motion for the table that we have a Department of Offense. Okay, that's what I think. I think that we need to stop playing. We just go and need to say what it is. I think we could have a Department of Defense, which you actually can't have in the Constitution, but we'll have a Department of Defense and a Department of Offense. And so all the soldiers and troops who realize that none of these wars have anything to do with Americans at all, or resources that are going to be shared with America at all, but they're giving their lives for it. All of those soldiers can come on over to the Department of Defense, a real Department of Defense, defending Americans, which is why those kids signed up to begin with. And all of you people, you never shot a gun in your life, you never played a drone video game, all you people that don't believe in the Second Amendment, take what somebody else has, but you're pro-war, y'all can go join the Department of Offense. I think you should be honest with who you really are and stop lying, right? It's not that you don't believe in guns. You believe in guns. You believe in war. You believe in bombs. So how the hell do you not believe in guns? Of course you believe in guns. You just don't believe in them having them, and you're scared to have one yourself. But I think we need a Department of Offense so you guys can go over there and free whoever you want to free. Kurds or whatever. My personal opinion, war is always wrong. We spilled the milk, and just because we spilled the milk doesn't mean, well, we spilled the milk and we keep spilling the milk, and we're going to keep this because we have an economy based on spilling the milk, and we have an artificial situation happening here. We need to keep spilling it to keep making it less and less organic. Genetically modifying other countries. No, it's not genetically. It's like moralistically designing other countries, right? Thinking they're not hurting other people, but they are. And they're not letting them determine their future. I think the Kurds need to determine their own future. I think we got other problems. I think that it's not our business. We spilled the milk. We need to admit we spilled the milk. Clean it up. Clean it up. Get out of there. That's what we do. But you have people who are, once again, the hypocrisy is an interesting thing. But people don't see it. I appreciate people who, after a while, they think about it, like, oh, damn it, yeah, I was being a hypocrite there. Yeah, I shouldn't do that. That's a bad. How did that happen? Oh, I'm listening to talking points. Talking points are driving my life. Everybody at work is on this side. Everybody at work believes this. Everybody at work votes this way. Maybe I'm on autopilot. Maybe it's not an autopilot. Maybe it is a DNC pilot. Maybe it's a GOP pilot. Maybe they're both being piloted by the same corporations that bought both parties. Perhaps. I don't know. But I like the Epstein thing that's going on right now, y'all. Y'all see the Epstein memes? I love it. It's delicious and it's nutritious. We should keep that going. I think it's a great idea. Because anybody who thinks that... try to say things in a way to make people think about it. Anybody who thinks that Epstein, who is the billionaire's buddy, crony, homie, lover, friend, made their dreams come true, used the CIA and everything else and Pizzagate, whatever, to take kids off the street and give them to the elite's fantasies, right? We showed the whistleblower from the CIA yesterday. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go to yesterday's video and educate yourself. Do you think for 1 minute that Epstein could die, billionaire's buddy, in billionaire's prison, in a crony capitalist nation? Do you really even think that's possible? During a recession, add that piece in. So the guards need money, the inmates need money, the warden need money, everybody need money, and the prison is owned by billionaires and all of these big corporations. You mean to tell me that this guy who is a friend of all of these billionaires, elites, and governments all over the world is going to get killed in a prison full of people who would do anything to protect him because they'll get paid? Come on. Don't be that stupid. Don't be that stupid. Where's your evidence? Where's the link? It's common damn sense. Okay? Money and power run the world. And the news always lies, and the government runs the news, and they like to lie too. So no, of course he didn't. That man is still alive. Who knows where he's at? He is at probably with Bin Laden and the rest of them. Come on. We gotta be smarter than this. You got an intellect. You gotta use it. You got critical thought. You need to use it. You know history. You need to use it, right? Wealthy elites, they live by a different set of rules than what you do. I was blessed enough to see it. I was blessed enough to be raised around wealthy people. I was blessed enough to work around wealthy people. Not like ignorant wealthy. I don't even know 2 billionaires. But these people, they don't live by your rules. They don't live by your laws. They literally buy their way out of everything. They know enough people, or they know people who know people, and they get anything that they want. That's why I don't believe corporations should exist, nor should billionaires. It's like Oprah. Like, oh, Oprah's so strong, she's a billionaire. Not even Oprah could take on billionaire beef. She backed down. You think they killed Epstein? Come on, stop it. That man is alive. You know he's alive. He's a friend of most people in the DNC, GOP, and the British government, and everywhere else, all the other freaks and Vaticans. Come on, stop it. We need to grow up, but they keep playing it because we keep believing. We keep logging in. We keep clicking it. We keep, he is not dead. Sorry, he's not. And if he is, he did not commit his own suicide. I just don't think that's going to happen. That man has something on he probably has enough powerful people in this world to change the global power landscape. There's no way on this planet that man, with all the information, videos, recordings, everything he has, actually got killed. This is not going to happen. U.S. media ignores Putin's Syria deal. Of course, because they got to keep Americans in that thing, in that reality. Hong Kong youth are indoctrinated to hate China. Of course they are, just like Americans are indoctrinated to hate Russia. They're indoctrinated to hate the other races. They're indoctrinated to hate the other religions. They're indoctrinated to hate. I was thinking about this the other day, speaking of hate. You know who we question the most? We question the most the people who we keep closest. Like, we question the most the people we love the most. How come people don't question politicians a lot? If they say they love their politician, they'll fight the neighbor to get it. Shoot, they get divorces and won't talk to the sister and brother, whatever, some politicians. How come they don't question them? What is that really about? If you love your politician, why wouldn't you question them? Something really weird about that. But then that's some more evidence that we're on autopilot. We're being controlled. If you really like that politician, if you really love him, then you'll treat him like you treat your husband. Damn it, where was you? You late. What time? You'll question him like you question your girlfriend. Who is Tyrone and what's he doing texting you at 10:72 in the morning? And that's not even a time. That's not even a minute. How come they don't question them? Just these are like little glitches in the matrix. Look, glitches that show you that you may not be in control of you as much as you think you're in control of you. Let me see. Accusers keep heat on Epstein's inner circle. Oh, really? Good. They should, but that's not the real inner circle. The real inner circle, you'll never know. That's right in the news right there. It's in the news right there. I don't know. I kind of want to click on it. I kind of don't, because I don't think they're going to say anything true. If Epstein is attached to any of the billionaires that are behind RT, Russia, or any of the networks that it goes out on, they're not going to let any truthful information come out. As long as governments are allowed to keep secrets and big corporations, I'm not really trying to be played by the information. I'm just on the whole Epstein thing. There should not be any secrets. If you believe that children shouldn't be used for hunting games and being raped by billionaires so the CIA can get information, then the governments can't have any secrets anymore. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. Because I'm not interested in like going to a certain level of what they want me to stop at. Okay, we fixed it. No. I realize the problem now is a core principle problem. You can't have secrets from people. You just can't have them. You can't do it. Not be a government or corporation. Once again, it's not a trifecta. You have human beings and every system is beneath them. Impeachment inquiry, completely partisan. Of course it is, but that's stupid. That's just dumb. I don't know why anybody thinks that presidents have any say in the world anymore. Facing hostile parliament, Bojo threatens to pull Brexit bill. Okay, not that interested. Let me see, that's old. Donate your face. What? For a fleet of 1,000 robots. What the heck? Hold on, move that. Can y'all see that? What the heck is this? Killer robots are important because I need to know when they're coming. That's the only reason they're important to me. I need to know when it's time to go in the bunker. Let me see. Donate your face for a fleet of 1,000 robots. Get $125,000. You know what? That might be important. We might need to see what the monkeys are up to. They're giving their faces to the Terminator. We might need to know what the Terminator looks like. They just come to your door asking Sarah Connor. We might need to know. It might look like the wife or something. telling you, monkeys. Always episode. 125,000.
You know that supposedly human-looking robot that's a chick, Sophia? Yeah, that one, you know. Ever look at that thing and wonder if there's a chick out there who looks just like it and how she might feel?
Not really.
Ever look at it and wonder, wow, I wish they'd make a humanoid robot that looks like me? Well, now's your chance. According to a report in Popular Mechanics, an additive manufacturing and machining startup based in London called Geomic is looking for someone to volunteer their face for a new line of humanoid robots. They're asking people to send in pictures of their faces for consideration. And then if you get picked, there could be thousands and thousands of these robots that look just like you out there. How awesome does that sound? And if it weren't awesome enough, I haven't even told you the best part. If they pick you, you'll receive about $125,000 in exchange to the rights to your face. That's right. Not only will you have the insane experience of having a fleet of robots who look just like you walking around the planet, but you'll get a nice chunk of cash for doing it, which all sounds awesome to me. But in case you're thinking about it and wondering, but what if these robots are jerks? And then you have these jerks walking around looking like you? Well, have no fear. The robots will be meant to work as virtual friends to elderly people. Yeah, that's right. Your army of cloned robots aren't going to be jerks like frisking people at the airport or something. They'll be visiting the elderly and keeping them friends. So your army of cloned robots will be like the nicest things ever.
Oh, that's so sweet.
In fact, Geomic says they are looking for a kind and friendly face specifically, one that the elderly might want to talk to. Geomic isn't the ones making the robots. They're working on behalf of a mysterious client, apparently, one that is privately funded and has taken investments from venture capitalists and a fund in Shanghai. The report wasn't clear on why they're being mysterious necessarily, but honestly, I don't care. Because I'm gonna submit anyway. Yeah, that's right, I'm submitting my face for this immediately. Because I want the cash, and I want an army of—
Hang on. All right, now. Outside of the whole monkey show, outside of the whole, I got $125,000, you got the right to my face. Number one, it's not gonna start at your face. That's just, it's not gonna end there. That's that. You know how these things work. It's not gonna end there. You're not gonna even get into the rest of those details. But that's not you. I'm looking at the face. Is that her? That's not you. And this is the problem with submitting your face and giving the copyrights to billionaires for your face that's going to end up in genitals and cloned biological creatures. And I don't even want to think of. I can't process that. Like, I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest. My mind is already shut off. It's gone. It's not even in here. It's just. I can't process it. I can't even process the idea of giving the rights of my face to some damn corporations for $125,000. That you can take that $125,000 and shove it. I'd be nice. I'm gonna be nice, but I'll be nice to the monkeys. I know, because a lot of y'all didn't send your faces. It feels like online dating. That's not you. How come you submitted your best picture? That's not you. That's not you. I'm looking at your picture right now. I did online dating for a long time. I'm gonna tell y'all, this is what they do. This is what they do. Then on the profile pictures too. That's not them. That's not them. See, this is the problem with doing live stream. Like, y'all see me in the raw. It's like, oh, he's unshaven and rough and raw. His teeth aren't as shiny as they are in the pictures, right? Because that's fake. Everybody like their fake. See, that robot's not even gonna look like her. That's gonna be a sex robot for billionaires on Epstein Island. It's not even, it's gonna like the creepy you. It's not gonna be the real you, and they're gonna get a little bit wrong. Hell no. Hell no. Why would anybody do something that stupid for money? You know how to do it. I know y'all laughing, but I know y'all do it. Don't lie to me. You can't lie. And listen, I have core ethics. I hate your money. I say it every day. I hate your money. I have no interest in your money. I want nothing that y'all buy with that money. Short of some food, some land, leave me the hell alone. I don't need $125,000 because I have no idea what y'all gonna use that for. Y'all done went to 23andMe. Is that what 23andMe? Is that the one where y'all gave your DNA to find out, oh, what race am I? What ethnicity did I come from? You know, because you believe in that, all of that nonsense. They own the rights to your DNA. Come to find out, they had that little DNA party at Epstein Island, probably trying to figure out, you know, who's compatible. And then your kids go disappearing. No, not interested. No. Patents should not exist. Never give your rights of anything to a system. That system is always going to abuse it. I'm not going to watch the rest of it. I can't. Because you know why? Because I like the resident. Girl, I like you. I'm not like you, but I like you. I think you're intelligent and all of that stuff. You got some great reports. But this is like walking people into doing something that they shouldn't be doing. Like it's building up this whole hookerism. Okay? That's the word I'm gonna use. It's just building up hook. It's teaching people that it's a good idea to sell your body. I don't think that's it. I don't think you should be a video hooker for robots. I think that's a bad idea. It's not a long jump between you giving up the rights to your face and you giving up the rights to your body for some cash. I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested. Don't get me started on domestic hookers because they exist too. All right, I can't go anymore with that. That's crazy. But I understand it's important to you and you should do that. I'm not against it. If you like it, I love it. I think the monkeys should put down the bananas and go sell their faces to billionaires, right? I think they should. And so that billionaire finally gets tired of your face. What do you think's gonna happen? That billionaire gets tired of beating up that robot's face and doing all this freaky deaky stuff that you can't even find on the internet. Where do you think that billionaire's gonna go? This is exactly what I want. Like processing thing, this is exactly what I want. I want a whole bunch of people having sex with a robot that looks like me, beating the hell out of it and just doing stuff that you can't do to a human being because the human being give up the secret word to stop. Pineapples, pineapples, pineapples. Did y'all see, what's that comedian? What's his name? I forgot his name. Where you got that, you gotta have a secret password when somebody going too far, but you're trying things, you're trying stuff, and then your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, something. Right, go too far, you just gotta say pineapples. It's too much, you can't go this far. The last thing, just think about this. I think you need to think things through. This is why critical thought is important. Just consider the idea that you live in a town where, I don't know how big your town is. I don't know. Let's say, because the sex bot's gonna be hot. I know that y'all don't think they are. I unfortunately know the monkeys. I know, because I stay out of it and I listen to women and I listen to men. Okay, I work in corporate America, and I'm gonna tell you right now, the vast majority of your wives ain't saying good things about you. I'm gonna tell you, the vast majority of your husbands are not saying good things about you. All right, sex bots are gonna be hot, and the last thing you want to be is in a town full of zombie-like people that have been beating the hell out of you, putting things in places that the human just physically is just not possible. For time lengths and pressures that just aren't doable. Talk about the zombie apocalypse. You're gonna try to come out your front door and just walking to work, going to the cafe, you see a line of people starting to chase after you. That was an 80s movie, actually. It was an 80s movie. It was a number, it was like Chanel 22 or something, where the guy, he got the perfume, the cologne, he put the cologne on and makes women chase him. Y'all remember that? Yeah, okay, this is a good idea. And it's not just people who have jobs and they carry on. It's gonna be the mentally ill ones too. We talked about consciousness, we talked about autopilot. The last thing you might want, this is why this is important, is to have millions of people, and there's gonna be a whole bunch in there that are powerful consciousness creatures on autopilot that are schizophrenic. The last thing you want is people quantumly entangled with you, thinking about you, and they are mentally ill. Might not want that. You might have some drama, problems, repercussions, and problems in your life. If people all over mentally ill institutions are dreaming about you because you're connected with the people you dream about the most, I think you might want to rethink that. It's crazy how all that fits together. All right, let's see if we need more quick news. I'm gonna get out of here. Supersonic car aims to break the land speed record. See, I think this is fake news. Why are we racing cars to break the land speed record? That's stupid. We're not supposed to be in cars anymore. Everyone knows we're supposed to be doing the Jetsons, like the Rockefellers and Rothschilds, got the Hoover jets and flying around in space. All these UFOs everybody's seeing are not there. Some of them are just family conveyances. They're just in the billionaires flying around. They just don't share with us. So we shouldn't be worried about fast cars anymore. We need to leave the land alone. That's what we need to do. We need to leave the land alone. Human beings should be flying drones, not destroying ecosystems, stepping all over this planet. There's too many of them. Ancient killer asteroid responsible for marine extinction. That could be kind of important. You always got to look back at your past, because it's probably going to happen to you in the future. If nothing new under the sun. If it happens under your sun, odds are it's happening under somebody else's sun. You keep getting reset because asteroids keeps crashing into your planet, because you got the outer, what is that? The Oort cloud, all because there was another planet out there. Was that Tiamat or something blown up, and all the asteroids keep coming in, resetting us. If we're resetting and the aliens aren't resetting, they're in a more stable environment, we're gonna have trouble when they get here. All right, all of the alien movies where y'all fighting the aliens and y'all win, none of that's real. None of it. If they can get here and we can't get there because they lied to us about technology and we're busy fighting with each other over oil and essential oils. When the aliens get here, just bend over. Just go ahead and bend over. That's all you got to do. They can take whatever they want. That's just the reality. We live in a big, big universe. A lot of people lost in these false realities. They need to be in fights with other people over some politics or something. Trump is, what is he doing? He's injecting growth hormones into ISIS with Syria pullout. Oh, Lord. Okay. All right, shut up. I'm sorry. Wars are wrong. Every war is wrong. Every war is just basically a gang date rape, and it's just popular. No, not interested. What's at risk with new gene editing technology? Pretty much everything. Everything's made of genes and DNA, and the idea that billionaires can alter whatever they want, they're figuring it out, and they only tell us after they figured out how to do it. Then they tell us, oh, look what we can do. We can clone monkeys and sheep. Like, no, you've been doing that a long time. Look, we can clone dogs. Like, no, you mean you did it 30, 40 years ago. You probably already cloned me. And that's probably the fake news, the whole robot face thing. They've already probably done that. They probably got a Kelly right now walking around. They got a Kelly Thornton right now just smacking them in the back of the head, doing all kind of abusive things to. It's horrible. We live in a horrible world, y'all. They cannot have secrets anymore. They cannot have secrets. That's probably what that DNA 23andMe was for. They probably making clones of everybody. Y'all go elected leaders and you think, oh, my congressman is gonna make a change. And you get them in there and they kill that one, throw it in a hole, and they bring a clone in or something. There's a video on YouTube that talks about it. I know, remember, the Tasmanian tiger said he was dead. There was a YouTube video talking about it, and that's real. You know, all the aliens and stuff, they was laughing at the aliens. Y'all remember they was laughing at the boxer? What's his name? Y'all laughing at him. Muhammad Ali told you that he's seeing UFOs and aliens, and y'all like, you didn't hit in the head too long. And then YouTube told you, and your government had you laughing at it, and now your government, y'all, because remember they asked Obama, didn't they ask Obama administration? Some of y'all think Obama still was a great administration. They asked him on whitehouse.gov, does the United States, oh, this is a good one, I like this, does the United States government have any evidence of alien craft or aliens? Remember they sent that because it was a whitehouse.gov request thing? I remember that petition because I signed. It's back when I believed in petitions. I believed in petitioning war criminals and murderers and killers and weapons traffickers for things. And I signed the petition. And the White House administration, the Obama, they responded, they said, nope, we ain't never seen no aliens, ain't never seen the UFOs, they don't exist, it's swamp gas, they didn't say that, but they basically said, we ain't got no evidence, none. And now the Navy said that this is a real UFO and a real F-18 fighter jet craft thing from To the Stars thing that the guy is doing. Now the U.S. government saying we got evidence of aliens, but this was going back, when it was at like 2010 or something like that. You had no evidence of aliens, and now you got evidence of aliens. This is why you can't trust them. This is why your government's always lying. I told the sister that the other day. She's like, why do you think Epstein is still alive and he wasn't suicided? Because they said it. Then if they say it, then it means the opposite is true. All they can do is lie. They constantly lie to try to control us time and time again, and I'm not interested in that. So anyway, so we did the Cambodian jungle, we did that, we did Saudis. Saudis desalinate Red Sea water to tackle scarcity. So let's take a look at this.
Got a small favor to ask of you. Please add your name to say you support our campaign. A campaign which is the most unprecedented.
Hang on, I got too many things. Okay, there you go. There you go. But it doesn't really matter what I said. The sound was. I was asking a question. I said, you know what? Because I had the daggone salesman on the answer machine trying to sell me something, and I got Bernie trying to sell me something, and I was trying to focus. Remember we talked about distractions and consciousness? We talked about this a minute ago. And I don't know. Everyone's trying to sell something. I'm not really buying. I don't think I'm buying. Yeah, I don't think I'm buying. Whatever he was trying to sell me on the answer machine and whatever this dude, I don't think I'm buying. Should we listen? Should we listen to the rest of it? The campaign, which is the most unprecedented campaign. Should I skip ahead or should we listen? What should I do? Y'all tell me. What should I do? My Bernie friends, I know y'all here. I act like you're here. Y'all come in, y'all get quiet. Speak telepathically, damn it. Okay, Tori said no. We ain't listening. Sorry, Bernie. Tori said no.
Right, countries facing a...
Is that Tori? No, it's Tony. Tony said Tony's not interested, Bernie. Tony ain't buying what you sell.
potential water shortage are now tapping the oceans, especially one of the wealthiest countries in the world, Saudi Arabia. RT correspondent Saya Tavenger is joining us in studio with all the details to this. Saya.
Question. Is Saudi Arabia wealthy or are the Saudi Arabians wealthy? Real question, because we like to say this a lot. Like say, America's one of the wealthiest countries in the world. Are the Americans wealthy? Or is the American government, whoever owns it, they wealthy? Who's wealthy? I don't think it's, because I think we get again, it's always about conflict, getting people to agree and think that we're all divided. I don't think the Saudi Arabians, I think the Saudi Arabians are pretty pissed off, and that's why the troops, they've gone from Syria, they're not landed in Alabama, they landed in Saudi Arabia because they sold the troops over there.
That's right, Manila. When we report on stories from Middle Eastern countries like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Kuwait, or the UAE, we're often discussing oil in that region, right? But what a lot of people don't realize is that while oil built many of these countries and made them some of the wealthiest nations in the world, a lack of water can easily destroy them. For example, in Saudi Arabia...
Hold on, but remember, it's not a trade-off, right? It made the billionaires the wealthiest people who own those nations. The corporations and the markets, the black markets, it made them wealthy. It didn't make the people wealthy at all, at all.
There are only two sources of water, the sea and deep wells.
So there's no trade-off. There's no trade-off. We're like, well, we want fresh water and we're wealthy. No, the billionaires destroyed the water and they don't drink your water. Like, they control the water, but they don't. Like, you think the billionaires drink American water? Is anybody, the Americans here? Y'all invite them? Y'all here? Hey, any Americans here? Do you think the people who run your country, the people behind the GDP, do you think they drink the water you drink?
And a country like Saudi Arabia that rarely sees rain also consumes double the world's water use per person. And while groundwater makes an estimated 98% of naturally occurring fresh water in Saudi Arabia, their groundwater resources are being depleted at a very fast rate. And now, in some predictions suggest these resources may not even last more than 25 years. And because Saudi Arabia ranks amongst the top 5 countries in the world in terms of water scarcity, it has made the most substantial investment in a process called seawater desalination. Now, right now in Saudi Arabia, water is taken from the Red Sea and forced through salt separating process, which is piped into buildings, shops, restaurants, and residential homes. It's also used to water trees, grass those numerous golf courses, and fill hundreds and thousands of gallons of water into swimming pools. Now, desalinated water makes up 50% of water consumed in Saudi Arabia, with a population of 33 million people. Now, the remaining 50% is pulled from groundwater. So it's no surprise Saudi Arabia leads the world in production and consumption of desalinated water because the kingdom is a very wealthy nation.
Yeah, Saya, so tell us more about water scarcity and how seawater desalination can help with this.
Well, here are some of the numbers that really tell the story on water scarcity. Now, less than 1% of the Earth's water is fit for consumption. Now, worldwide, water scarcity now affects more than 1 in 3.
Oh, that's not funny. It's not funny. I like that stat. That 1% of the world's water can be consumed. I want to know who did the research on that. and what is fit for consumption. who did the statistics and how much PFAs and LPDs and Viagra and Ritalin and whatever else they're putting in the water. I don't think it's 1%. I think it's probably a lot less than that.
People, and 20% of the world's population walks an average of 3.5 miles a day to get drinking water, and by 2025, an estimated 1.8 billion people will live in areas plagued by water scarcity. So processes like...
Ooh, I gotta stop. I don't know what she's saying, but this is important, right? This is what they said for the longest time. They've been saying it for a long time. They said the next wars will be over water. And in America in the 1940s, they decided to make weather weapons. They decided to figure out how to make satellites that control cloud cover. the engineers got started on it. They stole the money from the American population. They embezzled it through a thing called a tax. They created geo-weather modification devices. Some of the researchers went and told JFK after the patents were got that they're going to use these weather weapons and weather satellites to control cloud cover for water, because the water statistics in the future don't look good. JFK said we need to stop doing this. We are going to, in the future, change the climates on 1960s technology that was made in 1950s. And then LBJ followed it up and said that, yes, we have cloud modification satellites and we can change global cloud cover. That was 60 years ago. Now, stop fighting over climate change. But I like the statistic because it tells you right here, the conflicts. This is a conflict right here. See, you only have a slave plantation. You only got a GDP if your slaves got water. So you got to have water for the slaves. And this is where climate change is coming from. They're modifying the cloud cover. They're taking the water because that's what you need for your plantation to keep everybody working. Stop blaming cow farts and CO2. But this is just another good example. But this is what they said for a long time, is that the next wars are over water. So, which is great. I'm not sure I want to watch the rest of that. I'm glad I posted a link. You can watch the rest. I'm glad they're desalinating. I'm just wondering where America's at. I'm wondering why we're sending soldiers to Saudi Arabia to fight for a country that's supposedly wealthier than we are, and they've got desalinization, and we ain't got no water in Flint. Can we bring the military home, take some water to Flint? I don't know, bring a couple of their water bottles or something? Can we bring the Corps of Army engineers and bring some of the salinization technology that Saudi Arabia has to make sure all Americans got clean drinking water instead of the water that's got all these drugs in it? See, this is the problem when you got a left and a right, and they're so ignorant that they can't really stand up for common sense, conscious topics like water. Human beings need water more than corporations need anything that the soldiers are fighting for in all of these stupid wars. We're going to defend. I mean, think about it. Just process this, bro. Process this treason for a minute. Just process it. Some 19-year-old kid signed up to the military to defend his country. Now he finds himself in Saudi Arabia defending salinization technology that he can't even drink from in America. Does that bother anybody a little bit? Does that sound a little treasonous to anybody? He's risking his life fighting terrorists, which are just poor people who we stole the land from, and we put in corrupt, dirty government that doesn't share anything with the people, fighting the good guys. Well, all right, I'll be careful. And I don't know if they're the good guys. They were still started by the CIA, but fighting people on their own land. On their own land. Protecting their water and their oil. The billionaires, not the people, but protecting it for the billionaires and the extremely wealthy elites over there for a quality of water that he can't even have when he gets home. How crazy is that? Sounds a little crazy to me. That's why I can't watch the rest of it. Because I get upset. I came from a military family. I can't. I've known too many people that died in the military, got maimed, killed, and murdered. And it's all a scam because the two parties outsource American lives in the military to go fight for billionaires' needs. All right, let's get down. I'm gonna do some comments. I'm gonna get out of here. Whew, it's hot. I got slavery to do. So we can't sit here and talk about truthful things all day. Plus, I don't get paid to do this. Actually, I do get paid to do this. I do. It's only like 2 people pay me. I get paid on Patreon. Yeah, I get paid to do it. So I appreciate y'all. I do, and that's why I'm here. The 2 people. No, it's more than that. Actually, it's more than that. But I appreciate y'all. I don't show up for the rest of them stingy bastards. No, all right, I'm just kidding. All right. I'll be here no matter what you do. It doesn't really matter. I do this because it's the right thing. I get up early in the morning to do it too. I get up so early in the morning. Every morning, my first Facebook post, it almost is, I got to make the donuts. Because that's how I feel every morning I get up. Do y'all remember that? Y'all old enough to know what I'm talking about? Every morning I get up, like, oh, I got to get up. I can sleep a little longer, but I can get up and make a video. My eyes are even open, because I do a little meditation first, but my eyes, I gotta make the donuts. Gotta make the donuts. Gotta make the donuts. Make the donuts. I gotta get up and come do this. All right, let me do the comments. Let me get ready. I gave myself the day off today, excited to baby my plants. And you should, Jeannie. I'm glad to hear that. Day off from slavery. That's what you're supposed to take. It's a good example when you take days off. That's what life is supposed to always be. Rest assured, they broke and threw away the mold here. All right, I'm sure. Okay, Kelly, I'm not sure what we're talking about. I'm way back in comments. The supposed time travelers all said, uh-oh, Ty, take us into time travel land. Said that crime was virtually non-existent due to surveillance singularity. That isn't necessarily a good thing. Yeah, and that's the direction we're going, Ty. That's the scary thing. I'm hoping those are time travelers from the wrong timeline, not from my timeline. I hope that's from your timeline, not mine. So we know how to make crime go away. When there's no profit in crime, there is no crime, right? Because crime pays. Then look at America. Crime pays. Look at Congress. You know crime pays. Crime paying, all it's paying. You can pay them boys bad, boys. It's paying and paying and paying and paying and paying. Crime big time pays. But when crime stops paying, then people stop doing crime. So you can solve, crime just by giving everybody what they need. Right? When people have what they need, there's no reason to do crime because everybody has what they need, and then they have what they want. There's no crime, right? But the thing is, you can't keep a conflict currency system where the few have everything and 99% ain't got a damn thing. If you give everybody stuff, you gotta keep them in conflict. So you have a surveillance state. And that's what your NSA is for. It's why your CIA and your FBI, that's why they got all this equipment. That's why you pay for all the cameras on all the stoplights all over America in your country, because they need to watch you. 1984 wasn't supposed to be an instruction manual, but it's a damn requirement if you're gonna keep the monkeys in conflict and being races and religions, and so you can get a GDP and live on the top and be the king. So yeah, I think I think we should listen to the time travel. I think maybe Ty came back and told us that for a reason. Because there's two different ways to skin a cat. A lot of different ways to skin a cat. I know the cat people don't like that. The cats are murdery bastards. They immediately didn't like that at all. Hey, listen, the cat's no different than a cow. Okay, it's no different than a cow. It's just the cow's not trying to eat you when it's 500 pounds. Can you imagine a 500-pound tabby cat with claws the size of laptops? Come on. Stop it. It's good to love your cat, but know why your cat loves you. Your cat loves you. They do. I'm not gonna lie about the cat. Your cat loves you because you're a little too big to eat. That's you're just a little too big. If the cat was 500 pounds, you go ahead and try to farm some cats. I like to farm the cat. That cat loves you. It's like, every day that cat looks at you like, yeah, mommy's feeding me. But when mommy dies, we still got to eat. You think your cat would be a lion if it was 500 pounds. It would put you in its belly. So you just think about it. Every time you look at your cat, oh, it's so cute. It's cuddly. That's that. You know the cat is saying, I wish you were a little smaller. I'm hungry. If I were 500 pounds, I'd be ripping your neck off and chewing the jugular side. Always skin a cat. You can bring about safety and security just by making people feel secure, right? National security is the same thing as neighborhood security. If you live in a bad neighborhood, you're not going to be secure. This is why I don't believe in living in bad neighborhoods to help the people. I don't believe in that. You got to get the hell out. Get out of the ghetto. Don't stay there. Got to get out the trailer. Gotta go. Get out of there. And you can help from a distance, but you don't help from right there. Because national security is like neighborhood security. If you live around insecure neighbors, they will rob you. It's not because they're bad people, it's because they're hungry. Same way that damn tabby cat. You stop feeding your cat and you get some, what's that, scopolamine, takes away your inhibitions, you can't move. Get a little too much cannabis in you, see what happens. That cat will chew your feet off. All right. I know, but your cat loves you. Just don't forget why. It's not because you're pretty and you're cute. That's not why your cat loves you. It's because you bring food and water. You ever stop bringing that food or water, or it gets to 500 pounds, whichever comes first, she gonna eat. I can smell asparagus strong in my pee after I eat it. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, sis. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. We need to hit that. I don't know. I'm reading comments. I don't know. Megan, I'm trying to fit in where that fits in. Let me see. Were we talking about pee? Talking about water? We talking about Megan? Why are you sharing that with us, girl? What's going on? You okay? You good? You good? Everything going good in your life? You straight? You good? And you're gonna tell us why later. We gonna wait. Well, maybe y'all having a discussion or something. Lots of pee talk. I wasn't watching the pee talk, Lori. Okay. All right, Megan. Then you should eat some roses. Eat some nice things. Eat some, because asparagus, yeah, it makes me hungry, but you know. Oh, was that the mushroom comment? That was from the mushroom comment? That, so people supposed to be okay doing mushrooms and being peed in the eyes and stuff because it smelled like asparagus. No, I'm not. That didn't change my mind. Mushrooms off the bucket list. I'm sorry, they're off the bucket. I don't care what you're spraying. Nope, not peas, but it goes in the toilet. And if you believe what the Africans say, you're not supposed to pee in clean water anyway, but they don't know American water ain't clean anyway. Ain't none of it clean. You're supposed to pee in the ground, not in people's eyes because they've been on mushrooms. That's the freaky stuff, Megan. You and your husband, y'all should, all right, I ain't gonna put y'all on blast. That comment came out of nowhere. But I agree, you right, sis. I know you're right. Because when I eat avocados, yes, I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. It does not fit in the topic, but I agree with you. Autopilot consciousness, right? Yeah. Somebody said autopilot is brainwashing. Spot on. Who was that? Shiva? Absolutely right on. Spot on. Autopilot is brainwashing. People who have an autopilot consciousness are very dangerous. There are a lot of people who, for whatever reason, their genetics, wave energy, whatever it is, they're very powerful manifestation creatures, but they have no idea what consciousness is. That's why we need to talk about consciousness. Right? We need to talk about it because you're walking around manifesting things while watching NFL sports. And that's not good. That's bad. You're manifesting things by watching commercials. Right? You're watching the commercials, you're manifesting in your life all this consumerism, all this crap that you want to buy that you don't need, is all based in slaves and robbing other nations. Let me see. They had a desalinization plant in Ryark in the early 70s. Okay, that's good. They need to get one in Flint. They need to put one all around the coast of every nation. We gave a damn about people more than corporations, but they desalinate just enough to keep the price of water high enough. No, they don't drink the water in the U.S. No, Tony, they don't drink the water in the U.S. because they understand what Megan just said. The Americans are peeing out what's going in. And in my nation is a CVS, a Rite Aid, and a Walgreens on every damn corner. My nation is full of drug addicts. I love them to death. But they're druggies. They're just, at least crack is cleaner, probably. I don't know, but they're peeing out crack too. They're peeing out Viagra, the ADHD medicine. They're peeing out all that stuff. You think the billionaires gonna drink? Chelsea Clinton don't even want to live in your country, all right? She said yesterday. She said she don't want to raise her kids around your filth. Do you think that they're gonna drink your? Come on, they aren't drinking water here. Because the water filtration municipality things, they're not even cleaning the water. That's how you know the billionaires are drinking it. Because they test the water, it's not even taking the synthetic drugs out the pee in the water. You know, that's how you know they're not. They probably think it's funny too, just sitting back, us drinking each other's pee. That's what I'm saying. This is why we got to do consciousness, y'all. This is why we got to focus and talk about these things. Because whatever you're drinking in is what your neighbor's peeing out. You can eat organic all you want. You are drinking in what your farmers are putting on your field, and the Prozac that your neighbors are peeing out with some Viagra. Give me that old razzle-dazzle Daz Dizzy Chicago. You know what I was listening to yesterday? I was listening to this song. Music is making a comeback. Music is kind of making a comeback. I probably can't even play this. Oh no, I think it was a 1950s thing. They had me, and I think this was kind of modern. I don't listen to music, but this one was kind of funky. Who is this? I might have to add this to my list. Y'all listen to this guy? Hang on. They like took and they looped. They did what we did back in when hip hop was decent. Back when hip hop was like fun and looping music and old things. I think I posted it yesterday. Gramatiks, y'all heard of this? Gramatiks?
Tonight at 9/8 Central, BET will never be the same.
BET, my new family.
Tyler Perry is coming to BET.
What?
Sisters.
All we really want to do is just be us, be women.
The Oval. You two are the perfect couple.
All right, I'm gonna give y'all a little education real quick because somebody already got the pineapples going up. All right, so you know what? So, who's that, church? They have to worry about the pineapple. I'm just playing BET. You don't clap for this. Tyler Perry gonna be in BET. Tyler Perry, the blackest person, the brownest skinned person that's ever been on BET. When I was growing up, BET, you had to have long, stringy hair and you had to have green eyes. That's what I'm saying. Don't get down with the whole. Is there a white ET? I mean, is it a WIT? I just don't believe it. I don't think it's a good idea. I think the Boondocks explain BET well. Anybody wants to know about BET, what they've been about, controlled opposition and keeping people in a place, you need to watch, was it Aaron Magruder? Remember Aaron Magruder in the Boondocks? I'll post it. I think it's on YouTube. You can watch it. There's a Boondocks episode that kind of explains to you what BET actually is. Just because it's on TV and it's got a B in front of it does not make it good. It's still TV. It's still a network controlled by billionaires. And it was a way that they used to keep people in a certain mindset. But we won't go there. That commercial showed up.
Yes, we
got
are.
the pineapples thing. Click off of that. Oh, it's sitting on. How much do you said, what's the Gramatik? I don't know if I can. I'll probably get in trouble. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Never mind. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. They did one song and it was funky. It reminded me of Politics. Parlor Tricks. There you go, right here. This one right here. That was the wrong one.
Hit that jive jack, put it in the pocket till I get back. Going downtown, see a man, and I ain't got time. Shake your hand.
I gotta hear this.
Hit that jive jack, put it in the pocket till I get back. Time and time waits for no man, and I ain't got time. Shake your hand. Hit that jive jack,
man.
Put it in
Some talking points. Put them in your pocket till I get back. Put them in your pocket till the currency collapse. Put them in your pocket because I really don't give a damn. Hit that jive, man. Jive turkey. Y'all remember the jive? Jive, and I like this. I don't know who these people are. Gramatiks, hit that jive. I got to post. I love it. Hit that jive, man, because Bernie just had the commercial. Take that jive, man. Put it in your pocket till I get back. I'm sorry, that came up tied. Maybe I love 30. I love 50s music. I love big band music. Today's modern music is trash. You can throw it all away. It's brainwashed. But this was back something positive, right? He had to go see a man about a thing, and somebody's trying to give him some jive talking. It was he was going somewhere important. He was going to talk to a man about consciousness, and you had some politics talking, some jive turkey talking, some political talking points.
till I get back. Going downtown, see a man, and I ain't got time. Shake your hand.
Ain't got time to shake your hand. And I forgot the words already, but I don't have time for jive. I have no time for jive. I have no time for jive. You can take your jive and put it in your pocket. I get back. I'm gonna be back after the currency collapses. That's when I'm coming back. I had to do that because Ty mentioned that. I love the music. I love it. That's a funky song, but I think that was like 2010. So they're bringing that back, looping it, reminding me of hip hop back in the day before hip hop was about turning young inner city kids into the cogs for the prison system. Cogs for the prison system. That's the power of music. People don't understand. People get mad when I say the only one I kind of give a little leeway to. I give a little leeway to Jay-Z. I give a little leeway to Jay-Z because he created that documentary for Khalif Browder. But short of that, all that music, I don't listen to rap. I don't listen to hip hop. It's trash. I'm sorry, it's trash. It's all trash. Jive turkey-ism. Trash. Why? Because, you know, we talk about how we started this. You manifest what you spend time with the most. What gets manifested if you hear over and over and over. Smack her in the booty. Smack her in the booty. I don't even know what they say anymore. You know, get that money, man. They repeat it over and over. I mean, it's no better than Hell's Angels. Was it AC/DC and Hell's Bells? But Hell's Bells doesn't have a whole lot of things to it. If you're programming your subconscious for childish conflict concepts, if you're programming your subconscious watching BET, listening to modern music, Fox News, CNN, for conflict, hating other people, apathy, ignorance, indifference, reinforcing that you are a race, a religion, you're in conflict with other people, not within a system that's oppressing everybody, you're going to manifest that. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, you got to give people a little bit of space because they don't really understand that they are programming themselves, and they'll fight you on it. It's like video games and kids. They're like, oh, it's not the video games. That's not the problem. That's because you have no idea. You're not educated. You don't understand. You are literally programming your subconscious to take on responses. 98% of your actions all day long, your default responses, they come from your subconscious. It's on autopilot. It is an autopilot. And all it knows is what you program it with. Your ignorant friends, the crap video games you let your kids play. I let my kids play violent video games. They're mostly grown now. But those violent video games are like fighting dinosaurs, right? It was like Lord of the Rings type stuff. They were violent, but when is their subconscious ever going to say in a scenario that that's a dinosaur, we need to kill it? It's not going to happen because it's not real. But then you got Grand Theft Auto, right? You ask, well, why do kids run when the police show up? Because you literally got corporations selling Grand Theft Auto. And so the police show up, whoop, whoop, they see the light, the kid takes off. Why? Because they're brainwashed to that first instinct action is to run because the video games are too much like real life. But I like that. Put it in your pocket till I get back. So you can take your job and put it in your pocket because I'm not interested. Climate change, take that job, put it in your pocket. Universal healthcare, you can take that job, put it in your pocket. Universal basic income, you can take that job, put it in your pocket. Walls, you can take that job, put it in your pocket. There's a lot of jobs y'all need to keep in your pockets. You know, we need to keep wars and colonization and conflict going in Syria. You need to take that job, put it in your pocket. Just I'll be back. Just wait till the currency collapses and I'll be back, then we can talk about it. But you go ahead and put that job in your pocket and you see where this is going. You'll see where it ends up. You know, you need to stop fuggling and you need to focus on what's mostly important. Mostly. Flint doesn't have clean water. Nope, Flint doesn't have a drop of clean water. Neither does DC or Chicago. Let me see. How dare you? Insane Cabbage Patch Dog. Patricia, I don't know what you're talking about. I remember the Cabbage Patch Dogs, though. I'm still a little bitter about her. Can y'all tell? Who are you bitter about, Ty? What happened? Why are you bitter? You shouldn't be bitter. This is indoctrination planning. Nobody should be bitter about anything. The only thing we should be bitter at is the system. It's holding us back in evolution because people are talking all that jive. Just have to work, develop your senses of smell, tune it up, so to speak. Yes, and life should be that way, Megan. We got to constantly tune ourselves up. Oh, that's what you were getting to. Okay, so when you eat, you smell what you ate. Okay, all right, well, it's sensing. You know how to check your engine light because you can smell that and the sensing of your body. Okay, go for it. My alarm goes off at 4:30. Yeah, Patricia, that's good to hear. Mine is like 5. It's not a lot of fun. I'm like a zombie. I get up in the morning. My brother's in Saudi Arabia right now, 2 months left. Wow. He was so happy going in now. He wants to be a hippie. Yeah, you know what? And that's a good point, Susan. I know a lot of people serving in the U.S. military made them hippies. Would turn them into some free loves, save the world, and the other people would destroy. That's a hint. 22 a day. That's why every time people start talking like, oh yeah, you talking big yayo, we need to go free the Kurds, well, you need to go pick up a gun and do some freeing. You believe in that. You believe in killing other people and then you need to pick up your gun and go kill some people. You don't take kids who signed up in the military to go to college for the defense of America if anything ever affected or came for America and send them to go fight for big corporations and billionaires. That's insanity. Insanity. It's insane that you believe that. It's insane that you would support that. It's insane that you would do anything and chastise anybody dumb enough to believe that there is a Department of Defense. It's a Department of Offense. You know, power and powerful organizations will always get away with anything that the populace cheers and lets them. People still cheering and letting them, so they'll do it. Get to the last couple comments, I get out of here. Yelling at Congress fixes crime. Call it Greta. Tax the weather. Exactly, Ty. Those things help. They all help. We should keep taxing things. Quit skinning cats. Yeah, Lori, nobody should be skinning cats. I'm not a cat skinner. I've never I see my grandpa. Did he skin a cat? No, he didn't skin a cat. What did he skin? He skinned a rabbit. That's what it was. Changed my life, Lord. Changed my life. I went to my grandfather's house. This is back in the day. He skinned a rabbit, and I was like, little Gerard, like, hey, granddaddy, go to granddaddy. I was in the back of my parents' car. We had a Renault. Y'all know what a Renault is? A little French car. Used to sell them in America. Going to granddaddy's house. I can't wait to get to granddaddy's house. Can't wait to get to granddaddy. And Sean, our granddaddy, had Thumper hanging above his porch. He's bleeding Thumper out. He skinned Thumper, hung him upside down, the head cut off, just dripping out. I was done. I should have been a vegetarian that very, very day. All right, let's get down. Yeah, I know, but you said cats don't love you. That's what they say, Ty. They say the cats love them. I believe them. I'm just saying, you go ahead and get your cat a little more weight, give him a little bigger claws, and see what that love does. Mine yells at me for leaving her every day. When I get home, she sounds like an old smoked out dinner waitress. Ugh, yeah, they get a little older, they get a little deep, little depths in their meows. But the only reason that she's not mad at you when you leave. She's happy because you leaving means that you don't need nothing that's here. Because cats, they have that solitary mindset, like they're felines, like they're used to being outside of a pack, right? So anything that you don't take with you, you obviously don't want, and you're going out in the world to find interesting, fun things to bring home so she can play with and rip up the next time you go out. So they're happy when you go out and bring home things. That's the only purpose of human beings, to clean up after them and to go find things in the world to bring it home. That's why I like that documentary, Lying in the Living Room, explains how your cats control you. They don't love you, they just control you. You are literally enslaved to them. Get down. Gerard refuses to pronounce my name. Right, Susan. Dang it, Megan, I done said it a few times. Megan. All right, Megan or Megan, you need to do some phonetics. Can't you do like typing phonetics? I'm bad with this stuff. That's not your name anyway. We don't even know your name. Your wave energy, girl. You came from, you know what, your name comes Yambra. You came from another planet, another dimension, wave. You don't even know what you are. You're not a Megan. You're not a Megan. You're not Megan. Lori, why did you have to put the gun behind it? Because I'm American, you knew I could pronounce that one right. Megan. I'm sorry, Megan. You're British, right? The French, the European spell it. Megan. Megan. Nothing said it different. Y'all messing me up. All right, I gotta get out of here. Let me see. Notice to the rich, never use anything they give us. Oops. Never use anything your lords and queens hand down. I agree with that. Oh, wow. Don't mention Chelsea's buffering. Yeah, I know, because she's the queen. She's the princess coming, Christine. You're not supposed to talk about the princess or the prince. That was a hanging offense. You couldn't talk about the princess. You did that in the past. That was the gulag for you. They put you in the Tower of London. Crazy. I don't know why the Tower of London's still up there. I went to London. They had the Tower of London. It's crazy. They still got the tower and all the torture devices and the people, thousands of people done died in it. It's crazy. We're a sick species. And then I got to the bottom. There's a church in the bottom of the Tower of London, and they told you this. They think there's probably about 300 bodies still buried, tortured people they buried under the church in the Tower of London. But then again, when I was over there, they was eating haggis for breakfast and blood pudding. So there is that. But I can't judge that. I can't judge it because I grew up drinking Jesus' blood and eating his body like a carnivore. I don't judge anybody. I just look at things and say, Let me see. Somebody's cat tried to F a rumba. They're supposed to do that, Patricia, because if Americans are lining up to do that to the robots that look like that lady from the and she'll get it too, because she's famous. The lady from the Resident. If Americans in lines to get iPhones to talk on them to their friends, to get dingling pictures and send them, what you think they're gonna do for some sex robots? So of course the cats are paying attention. They're just watching us, and they're like, "Yeah, this is what we're gonna do." And they see that robot just walking all around the floor, rolling all around after you leave. All right, there you go. Anyways, Jeremiah, y'all have a great day. I am out of here. Bye-bye.
Hit that jive jack, put it in pocket, lock it back. Time and time waits for